Nicolette, welcome to the call center world in Berlin. I'm really glad to have you here today.
Thank you.
You're going to talk about customer advocacy and care today.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean with that?
Customer advocacy is basically a nice way of saying word of mouth. It's the ambassadorship of your customers, how they talk about your brand or your company at a social event, like a party or in a bar. But also, and that's of course what's happening all over the world, how customers and consumers talk about brands and companies in online social media. Because, you know, as the social media grows, what you see is that what customers and consumers say about a brand becomes more and more important for the reputation of a brand than any company can basically afford to, buy themselves. And it's also, as a company, when you are not consistent between who you are, the DNA of your company, who you say you are, and who customers or people say you are, then you have a problem. So what you communicate about yourself as a company in your marketing messages and in your PR messages needs to be consistent with who you are as a company on the one hand, and also the perception of your customers. And especially, of course, when you talk about service, service is something that happens between people. It's always a human-to-human interaction, and that's where care comes in, because care is, I look more at the ethics of care there, and care is basically an essential form of involvement in the world, so also in your customers and in your employees. And when your employees feel cared for, they will be able to make your customers feel cared for. A great example is Southwest Airlines. It's the only airline that has been able to be profitable for 35 years in a row. And their ticker symbol on the stock exchange is LUV, love. And Colleen Barrett, one of their presidents, basically has phrased it this way: our most important customers are our employees. And she and her people spend 85% of their time giving good customer service to their employees, so that their employees can spend 100% of their time, their life, to serving their customers, who are their second most important customers. And if your employees and your customers are happy, then your shareholders will be happy as well. Not the other way around. So your employees have to be advocates first, so that they can generate customer advocacy from your customers.
Okay, thank you. So what is your core message?
So my core message is, in the 21st century, when you care, people notice. So yes, you have to do things right. You have to be efficient as a company. But what's first and foremost to be successful in business in the 21st century is to do the right things in the perception of your customer, and to make that emotional connection, to make your customers feel cared for as a human being. And then they will become advocates for your company and for your brand, spreading the news for free on the web. Because let's face it, word of mouth, customer advocacy, is the most effective sales channel, but it's also the cheapest sales channel.
Nicolette, thank you very much for being here.
With pleasure. Thank you.